Are you looking for the top 5 best home Bitcoin miners that actually make sense in 2024? Searching for the best home Bitcoin miner feels like walking into a room where everyone's saying the same thing. Same specs, same promises, same glossy photos. But which one actually works without burning your house down or your wallet? The real differences aren't in the ads, they're in the details most people miss.
Product number 1, BitOx Gamma 601 in black. Let's start with the BitOx Gamma 601 in black. This little guy caught my eye because it's not trying to be a giant mining rig. At just under $100, it's one of the most affordable entry points into solo Bitcoin mining. And honestly, if you want to dip your toes into crypto mining without risking your electricity bill, this is worth a serious look. Here's why this matters for you specifically. It runs on only 18 watts, less than some LED bulbs, while pushing out 1 to 1.2 terahashes per second. That might not sound like much compared to industrial miners, but for home use, it's shockingly efficient at 15 to 16 joules per terahash. Plus, it connects via 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi and has a tiny OLED screen so you can see your hash rate and temp at a glance. No need for extra monitors or cables. Just plug it in, connect to AXOS, their free web dashboard, and start mining in minutes. It's also fully open source, which means tinkerers can tweak settings, join mining pools, or even contribute to firmware updates. Now, some people might complain that 1 terahash is too slow to ever find a block solo, and they're not wrong. The odds are slim unless you're extremely lucky. But here's the thing, this isn't really about getting rich quick. It's about learning, experimenting, and supporting decentralized mining. If you treat it like a crypto lottery with educational value, it makes total sense. This is perfect for you if you're a beginner who wants to understand how Bitcoin mining actually works, or a hobbyist who loves open source tech. Skip this one if you're expecting serious.
Product number 2, Canaan Avalon Nano 3S. Alright, that was a solid starter option, but if the Gamma 601's low hash rate left you wanting more power without moving to a warehouse, then the Canaan Avalon Nano 3S might be your answer. Priced at $299, it jumps up to 6 terahash while still staying under 140 watts. That's 6 times the hashing power for less than triple the price of the BitOx. And honestly, if you want real mining potential at home without industrial noise, this is a huge step up. Here's why this matters for you specifically. 6 terahash puts you in a much better position to earn consistent rewards, especially if you join a mining pool. And despite the power boost, it only draws 140 watts, still manageable on most home circuits, and runs whisper quiet thanks to optimized cooling. Canaan is a legendary name in ASIC manufacturing. They made the original Antminers, so you're getting proven hardware, not some no-name clone. It comes with their original power supply, which adds reliability, and setup is straightforward, even for beginners. Now, some buyers might grumble about the lack of Ethernet. It only has Wi-Fi, which can be less stable than wired connections during peak network times. Here's the thing though, for home use, 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi is usually fine unless your network is already maxed out. Just place it near your router and you'll be golden. Also, it doesn't have an OLED screen, so you'll rely entirely on software monitoring, but that's a fair trade for the price and performance. This is perfect for you if you're serious about earning Bitcoin at home, but don't want to deal with loud fans or complex setups. Skip this one if you're on a tight budget under $200 or live in an area with super high electricity costs. At $299, it's a smart.
Product number 3, BitOx Gamma 601 White. Now, if the black version of the BitOx Gamma 601 felt right, but you prefer a cleaner look, the white model is essentially the same machine, just dressed up. At $109.99, it's $10 more than the black version, which feels a bit odd since there's no performance upgrade. But hey, aesthetics matter when it's sitting on your desk or shelf. The specs are identical, 1 to 1.2 terahash, 18-watt power draw, BM1370 chip, Wi-Fi, OLED display, and full AXOS compatibility. It's still ultra quiet, still open source, and still perfect for learning or low-stakes solo mining. The white finish might even help reflect a bit of heat, though that's probably negligible. What hasn't changed is the value proposition. It's still one of the cheapest ways to mine Bitcoin at home with legitimate hardware. Now, some might argue that paying extra for color is silly, and they're not wrong. There's no functional benefit. But if you're placing this in a visible spot and care about how it looks, that $10 could be worth it for peace of mind. Just don't expect better performance. This is perfect for you if you loved the black model but want something that blends into a light-colored workspace. Skip this.
Product number 4, Crispy Gamma 601 variant. Moving on, we've got another version of the Gamma 601, this time from Crispy, priced at just $79.99. Wait, cheaper? Yes, but before you jump, let's break it down. It uses the same BM1370 chip, hits up to 1.2 THz, and runs at 17 watts, making it slightly more efficient on paper. It also includes Wi-Fi and OLED screen and claims solder-free design for easy upgrades. Here's why this matters. If you're on a super tight budget, this could be your gateway into mining. The lower price point is tempting, especially since the core functionality is nearly identical to the $100 models. It even comes with a 5V6A adapter, which is a nice touch for stability. But here's the catch. Crispy isn't as well known as Ya Looping or Kanan, and there's zero review data. That raises a red flag. Is it a rebranded clone? Maybe. Does it have long-term support? Unknown. Some users in similar low-cost miners report inconsistent firmware updates or flaky Wi-Fi after a few weeks. Here's the thing. If you're okay with a bit of risk for a lower entry price, it might work. But if reliability matters, spend the extra $20 on a trusted seller. This is
Product number 5, BitAxe Gamma 602, made in Europe. Finally, the BitAxe Gamma 602, priced at $139. This one stands out because it's actually designed and built in Europe. That's rare in the mining world, where most hardware comes from Asia. It delivers 1.1 terahash at 18 watts, 15J per terahash, and uses the same BM1370 chip found in the premium Antminer S21 Pro, and includes USB-C plus Wi-Fi for modern connectivity. Here's why this matters. European manufacturing often means better quality control, easier warranty support, and lower shipping delays. It also comes fully assembled with a premium fan and 3D printed stand, no DIY required. The open source firmware and active community make it great for developers or educators who want to teach blockchain concepts hands-on. Now, the biggest downside? Price. At $139, it's the most expensive on this list and only offers marginally better performance than the $80 to $100 models. Some might say that's overpaying for branding, but if ethical sourcing, local support, and build quality matter to you, that premium makes sense. This is perfect for you if you value transparency, sustainability.
So, which one should you pick? If you're learning or tinkering, the original BitAxe Gamma 601 block is hard to beat at $100. Want more power? The Avalon Nano 3S gives you serious home mining muscle. Love the tech but hate the color? Go white. On a razor-thin budget, the KRISV variant risks reliability for savings. And if you care about where your gear is made, the Gamma 602 delivers quality at a price. Whatever you choose, remember,